Hello! So today is the 23rd of January 2012. So as I said on Friday, this week is going to be a Conspiracy Week special. By that I mean I'm going to be talking about conspiracies and, my thoughts on them. For today's conspiracy, I am talking about the moon landings in 1969. 2/3 of Britons believe that they were faked, but compared to America, between 6 and 20% of the population believe that they were faked. But we need to remember that the Americans' main rivals in the space race was the Russians, and only 28% of Russians believe that the moon landings were faked, so... But there's also lots of proof that they could have been faked. For example, the famous picture of Buzz Aldrin just standing, and there's a shadow, and it's too long for where the light would have come from, and there's a spotlight effect, as if there's another light looking down on him to light his face, and there's an area of light around him. The thing is, they were on the moon, so you can't hope that the lighting quality is going to be amazing, because they're in space. It is something to think about, whether the lighting was rigged and there was fake lighting and they were actually in a studio, but no one really knows if they were or not. Also, why would they have employed millions of people to work on this if they never actually did go to the moon? Makes you think, doesn't it, really? But one of the main points that swings it for me to make me think that maybe they didn't land on the moon was that there's a hidden bit of footage that I've seen of the three astronauts, and they are in space, and they're trying to do some fake footage, and basically they can see the moon, and what they want to do is get a bit of footage that looks like a close-up of the moon. But what they've done instead is they've got a piece of paper with a hole in it, okay, and they put that right up against the camera, so it looks like they're just the moon's right in front of it, and they can just zoom it in, so it looks like the moon's really close. But it turns out they were very far away from the moon, and just with this paper, and there's a hidden bit of footage of them taking the paper away and going, oh wait, we haven't finished recording yet. So it makes you really think about whether they did actually go to the moon or not. The day that they made that footage was supposedly the day before they landed on the moon. That's the date that says at the bottom of the screen. So when they should have been hundreds of miles from the moon, they were actually thousands of miles from the moon. So they couldn't have got to the moon in the time that they had left. They only had 24 hours to get to the moon, and they had thousands of miles to cover. So look, they couldn't have done it. The other piece of information that I think is quite interesting is that if they've got the capability to put 3 men on the moon, why can they not have cameras that can see the moon from Earth and watch them landing? Because the only footage that we see of them landing is from the spacecraft, and as the spacecraft goes down, and that's the footage that they showed on the news. But they don't show the moon from Earth, looking at the moon here, and they don't see the actual spaceship landing. And I would have thought, with the technology that they developed to be able to put a man on the moon, they would have been able to develop cameras that can see the moon. So there you go. That's just day one of the conspiracy theories. If you're not sure about something, just leave a comment, and I'll either put another comment, or if I get lots of comments about, why did they do this and this, I'm happy to make a new video and explain all that some other time in the future. But for now, that is the end of Conspiracy Day 1. I will be back tomorrow, obviously. I'm always back tomorrow with some more conspiracies. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.